And there's a look at Jackson Brown and your Cobourg Kodiaks down to our left in white with maroon. Usually it's the Peterborough team that's in white and maroon. A little black in there as well for the Kodiaks. And there's your starter right there, Drew Hutchison, getting the nod here tonight for the Lakers. And Deacon Knott will be his backup here tonight as Nick Rose has the night off and some other commitments, some other things going on with Rosie, who played well, I'm understanding, Scott, Tuesday, but so did Doug Jamieson for Six Nations. It was a bit of a goaltending duel at times down there. So
it was, and Jamieson won that battle, but Nick Rose making some good saves down the stretch. Hard-fought game. Lakers coming up short in that one, but it was a lot closer than what the score showed.
All right, Lakers in red tonight, Kodiaks in white, just after 8 o'clock, and it's showtime here at the Peterborough Memorial Center. We're underway as the Lakers look to get back on the winning track here, especially here at the Peterborough Memorial Center. Jake Withers on the draw here as he really battles here to try and win this one, and finally it's whistled down, and it's going to be awarded to the Peterborough Lakers after all that, and Withers will take a well-deserved break. He gets it under control, and the Lakers with a chance now to score the first. Rezeterets shoots, he scores! Joe Rezeterets, it's 1-0 Peterborough Lakers.
Joe Rezeterets picking up where he left off in that loss against Six Nations. He was on fire in that game. The Lakers put up 6 goals against Six Nations, and Rezeterets was in on 4 of them, including the hat trick. And he gets things going here. You can see right off the bench, he pops in out of nowhere at the top of your screen, and the long distance shot beats Brown. Here's a good look at it from the overhead. He gets a piece of it, but just not enough. That shot was too hard. Our buddy Ryan Smurray, he keeps those helmets shiny.
Yeah, Peterborough native.
Polishing them up in between for the Kodiaks.
Yeah, they look good. Kodiaks in town for the first visit here at the Memorial Center this year. We've seen, I think, almost everyone other than Owen Sound, I think, Scott, so far. Here's Hogarth. Hogarth across, looking for Katoni.
Yeah, halfway through, we've seen everybody but the North Stars.
Katoni shoots. Oh, I thought he went far down. He did. Tate Katoni. And it's 2-0 Peterborough.
Katoni just found an open lane and took off. He turned it up to a completely different gear. As soon as he realized he was going to be able to get through there, he swings around, and then you can see him. He sees there's an open lane down there. A couple Kodiaks try to get at him, but he was able to get that shot off the iron, and then it bounced off the turf and barely crossed that goal line.
Katoni to Rezeterets. Rezeterets comes in, shoots, try to get Brown to move, and Brown made another big save. And the Kodiaks go up the other way here, heading into the south end of the Peterborough Memorial Center. Holden Patterson, wearing number 28 here for the Kodiaks, moves it over to the far shooter position. Now Haley has it. Haley, backhand pass, comes back here to the top. Shot from way out, they score! Holden Patterson closes a gap. Great shot, and it's a 2-1 game.
Long distance shot on the run from the top. Lots of traffic in front of Hutchison on that one, and that'll cut the lead in half. Great little move, though. Brock Haley, little spinorama backhander to keep the offense going. And then the ball eventually ends up right in the stick of Patterson.
Saris now, lots of ball movement, shot, and Brown with another spectacular save. He has been busy in there.
He's pretty acrobatic down there. He's got a style almost like a hockey goalie, the way he stretches out.
Yeah, he's active, that's for sure. Here's Haley. Brock Haley rocking the rush gloves here. Shot coming, they score and tie things up. Dante Koulis. And it's a 2-2 game.
So 2 goals for the Lakers to start things off, and now 2 unanswered for the Kodiaks. knots the game up at 2, and Koulis just surveying the floor on that far side. He's taking his time, he's being patient, he wasn't being forced at all, and then he slides over a couple screens in front, and he takes advantage of that extra traffic. Brock Haley will pick up another assist on that one.
So, tied here with 3 to go. A call was in order. Patterson passes it over to Haley. Shoots, he scores. Brock Haley gives the Kodiaks their first lead of the night. It's 3-2 with just under 40 seconds to go here in this opening period. So the Lakers out to a 2-0 lead, but the Kodiaks have scored 3 straight here and take the lead as Brock Haley nets one here. That quiets the crowd a little bit here, a little closer to intermission. Along the boards here, and they'll start the play from there. Koulis. Dante Koulis passes it to the far side, little one-on-one action. Trumbull playing some good D. Here's a pass. Shot stopped there by Hutchison. Rebound. Haley has it. Shot, they score. Haley's got another one. And it's 4 unanswered here for the Cobourg Kodiaks.
That's a tough save for any goalie to make. Hutchison had so many bodies in front of him, and Brock Haley, a certified sniper for the Kodiaks. He can score from anywhere on the floor, but if there's a bunch of bodies in front of a goaltender, he's going to utilize that space, and you can see him. He just waits for that rebound, comes across 3 red jerseys in front of Hutchison, and Brock Haley uses all 3 as a screen. Hutchison couldn't see it coming.
But have been cooled down here by the Kodiaks. Here's McCulley. McCulley coming in. McCulley, one-handed pass to Katoni. That's Tate Katoni. And Katoni looking. There's the pass over. Hogarth tries to sneak it in. Batted out of midair. They score. Tate Katoni with a little tap. Tate's got 2.
That stops the 4-goal run from the Kodiaks. Almost a full 20 minutes since Peterborough's last goal, and that one came from Tate Katoni as well at the halfway mark of that first period. Gets the crowd back into it, gets his team back into it as they're within 1, but more importantly, stopping that 4-goal run of the Kodiaks.
In here for Brock Haley. Haley backhand feed. Kodiaks with it. They score after a beautiful pass finished off by Aaron Woods. And the Kodiaks once again up by 2.
And it's Brock Haley with another highlight reel assist. This guy's unbelievable at finding his teammates. And that was just a circus pass of sorts. Another spinorama. We saw him do that on his first assist, where he just spins around, tosses it over the shoulder, and just an incredible move. And then Woods with the finish, a little underhander, but again, if it weren't for Brock Haley, that play wouldn't even have taken place. And there's the big rig, Connor Smith, who's moved up to a box now.
As Katoni will play it over to Joe Resetarits. Shoots while on the run. Gobbled up here by Brown, who zips it up. Nice pass, shot, they score. What a play right there by Curtis Romanchuk. Took it on the run, a great pass, and that's a tough one to grab and go, and he did it, and he buried it.
A huge celly from the Kodiaks. They loved that one. About 7 of them were on the turf. They hovered around him as Romanchuk on transition. The great dish from Brown. So he's made all these highlight reel saves, and then he throws an absolute dart right up to Romanchuk. No fakes needed. Now, it's always tough for a goalie because you don't know what's happening, and then just a little bit of a change-up shot.
Hogarth scores. Thomas Hogarth from Jake Withers. About 7 seconds later, that's a big one for the Lakers.
And the official time will be 10 seconds even. A clean face-off win. We talked about this last period, about how often Jake Withers is able to do this right after the opponent scores a goal. And Usually he takes it by himself. This time he sees an opening, no-look dish off to the side, and then a jump right at the top of the crease from Hogarth.
Brock Haley. Haley, fake, shooting, scoring. What a fake, and Anderson buries it on the power play for Cobourg.
Well, you're not going to see many shots better than that one. Hard, accurate, overhand, right into the top corner. A power play goal for the Kodiaks, and they're up by 3. David Anderson, who's picked up a couple assists in this game already, he now gets a goal to go along with that. And you can see he's all by himself. Woods comes out to the top, sets a bit of a pick, which clears a lane.
Couple fakes, another one, shoots, Hutchison with a save, rebound. Woods was looking for it, pops up in the air. Withers will take it. Withers passes it ahead. Here's a chance. Lakers come in, they score. Matt Gilray. What a feed from Jake Withers, and Gilray buries it. A shorty for Peterborough, and they're back to within 2. Soon as Jake Withers grabbed that, he knew Gilray would be breaking. Fired a perfect pass up. As you'll see right here. And Gilray making no mistake. And it comes with 26 seconds left here in the second period. And Withers right in there, pops the ball off the draw. Tough break. Lined up, and it's going to be played here by Hogarth, who's the one that drew the penalty. Waiting to make his move. Tate Katoni with it. Shot, he scores. That's 3 for Tate Katoni. And Tate's got the trick.
Perfectly placed bounce shot from Tate Katoni. Shot clock was running out. There was only a couple seconds left, so he was putting it on net regardless, hoping maybe for a reset or best case scenario right here, finding the back of the net. With the extra man out there, lots of space for him to shoot, and any goalie will tell you a perfectly placed bounce shot, or any bounce shot for that matter, is hard to stop.
Head to head, up the floor. Here comes Tate Katoni. Katoni having a night tonight. Hogarth walks in, shoots, he scores! It's 7-7 here at Locken Lansdowne.
3 unanswered goals for the Peterborough Lakers. Hogarth steps into this one as if he's going to unload an absolute cannon. Looks like he was about to put everything behind it. And then a bit of a change-up shot, and that's enough to fool Jackson Brown, as that young fan loves it.
Where you just had to give the ball back if you got caught with too many men, or really a quick line change is all it really
offense was always a possession. Defense, they would call a penalty, but a few years ago they switched it to a penalty regardless of if you're on offense or defense with the extra man.
Shot, they score from way out. Alex Marenier, one of your players to watch, if you will, tonight, Scott. And that too many men on the floor call comes back to bite the Lakers.
Yeah, Alex Marenier, who hadn't been on the score sheet yet tonight except for a couple penalties, he gets the goal. He's second in points in the MSL as a rookie. And that's the type of stuff that Cobourg Kodiaks fans have watched him do all season. A big league shot. He's got the size.
Thomas Hogarth, a no-look pass to Katoni. This is Holden Katoni. He's got Tate Katoni open, finds Robinson, tries to bounce one past Brown. Here's Hogarth across. Here's a shot, they score. What a beauty. Tate Katoni. Cue the highlight reel. Put it on the gram, that one. Washboard Hank says, I like it.
Lakers cut the Cobourg lead to 9-8. Katoni has half the Peterborough goals. And there you see him on the far side, jumping up in the air immediately, pointing out, appreciating the play that was made just before that.
Cobourg only with a few seconds left. Here's Thomas Hogarth, and he can't grab it, and the Cobourg Kodiaks will roll it into the corner, and they are going to defeat the Peterborough Lakers by a final score of 9-8 here tonight at the Peterborough Memorial Center.
The Kodiaks fired up after that win. The coaching staff, the players, everyone on that bench, as soon as that buzzer went, celebrating a huge win, their first victory over the Lakers in 6 years.
We'll wrap it up coming up after this. It's your post-game show next here on your TV.